So with the big walleye run upon us, I thought I would take a few minutes and just, for those that are interested, show you how to make your own jigs. There's a lot of great jigs out there. I don't want anybody to, get mad. Why are you teaching them how to, they have jig molds on the market, a plethora, all kinds of jig molds. Today, I thought we would make a few jigs together. If you think it's something that you'd like to do and you can get a hold of some lead, hey, more power to you. That way you can make it like Burger King, your way, right? So today, I think we're gonna start off with some football jigs. I love football jigs. When you look at them in catalogs or online, they're more expensive. And I like a light wire hook. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second, because that means if it gets snagged, a lot of times it'll bend and come back and I can just straighten the hook out. So let's get right into it. Wally, my nephew extraordinaire, he's gonna be actually the one doing it. I'm gonna film him, but we'll go step by step on how this is all done and the stuff you'll need to get started. Okay, so as we said, we're gonna do the football. Okay, so as we said, we're gonna do the football jig mold. Wally's got this, and when you open this up, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see that there's multiple jigs that you're going to be making. In this case, we can make 5 at a time. So the first thing he's going to do is place these light wire hooks inside the jig. It goes in there a certain way. Yep. So he'll put in one for each one of these cavities, these spaces. And once he's got all 5 hooks in there, there's not a whole lot of prep that's going to go into this afterwards. I apologize for a little bit of background noise. I kind of live near a big road, but I think we'll get through it okay. So he's got that loaded. Now he's going to carefully close that so none of those hooks slip out of place. And once it's closed, he can just hold it shut. And he's going to set it up on top of our melting pot so that it will actually heat up. So it's been about 5 minutes. You about ready, Wally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
All right. So the next step, he's just going to take that heated up mold and we're going to put it right under this melter. And as he moves this knob, as he lifts up on that, you'll see the stream of lead coming out. And once he sees that it's filled that cavity, he'll move it to the next one. And you'll see there's the 5 holes. And he'll lift up for each one of those. When they get full, he just goes right on to the next one. And when they're all full, we're gonna have 5 football jigs. That's pretty neat, huh? It's just lifting it up and that melted lead. I'll talk about how we got it all melted here in a second and what you need to be able to do it at home. Looks like the last one. And it really is this easy. It's just having the right gear. Wonderful. So if he's got it all, he's gonna take it back out from under that. I will step back so we can see him take it out. And then he goes over here on the workbench and he just opens up the mold, and look at that. You can see those jigs already formed in there. And now he'll just use some pliers to be able to take those out. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course number 5. So you'll notice that there's some extra lead that's on top of each mold, and the way he handles that, he just takes those pliers and you grab a hold of that and you kind of move it back and forth, and watch, it'll pop right off. And guess where we're going to put this wasted piece of lead? You got it, right back in the pot to melt. And when we do that, that means we don't have the kind of waste. So now that you've seen what he's doing to clean up the jigs, he's just going to break off each one. Let's come over here. I'm just going to show you this Lee Pro 420. This holds and will melt 20 pounds of lead. This is the Pro 4-20. I've got this on a setting of, as you can see here, 8.5. 8.5. A lot of people will use 7. That they'll tell you that in other videos that you might watch. I like this 8.5. So it comes out just like water almost, and what I did is I put in some old jigs that didn't quite work out from pouring it manually without using this Pro smelting pot, and that's how we're getting our lead. So as we look over here now, what has he got? He's got all these wonderful football jigs, and let's take a look at one of these. This is using the real light wire, and like I said, real easy to bend that. Now we can do something further if we like colors. We can powder coat paint these jigs. So guess what the very next video is going to be? All you have to do is like and then subscribe, turn notifications on, because Wall and I are going to go into the how to powder coat paint. We got some really cool colors that you're going to like, some really cool techniques. So like, subscribe, turn notifications on, because we're getting ready to go right into the next video. I hope you like this one. You know, you can always make your own jigs, whether it's round head jig, ball jigs, fishing sinkers, etc., using your nice melting pot here from Lee. It works great. I'm going to probably make up about 5 dozen of these jigs just to have them for the remainder of the walleye jigging season. So without further ado, so I thought we'd just squeak in a little extra credit. This is a different kind of jig. You'll notice this is like a little fish head. And when you put your Wyandotte worm or your finesse minnow on here, it's got these 2 little keepers that help keep that plastic bait on. It won't slide down. It's not able to be pulled off nearly as easy. So having these 2 keepers, when you thread it on and you push it past it, A, you've got lead under it, and then B, that these 2 keepers will keep that from easily being pulled off. So it won't slide down, and so this one is it's another option. This one happens to be called the swim bait head, and if you're using the Fin S minnow, that's a swim bait, so kind of a natural fit. There's the recommended hook sizes are listed there, but again, it's meant to be worked just like any other vertical jigging. And you'll notice that having this little shape here, it's always banging on the lead, and it kind of protects that swim bait too. So we'll load this up a little bit different though. When you stop and think about it, this has got this extra little clip. So after you put in your clip right here, you can see that it'll be inside the lead head there. Then we take and we load in our hook, and sometimes you need there you go. So now we've got the keeper and we've got the hook loaded. We do that for the other 3, and we're ready to go. I'll just do it for this one just to show you, but I'll close it carefully so that it doesn't slip out. Real nice and slow and easy, and hopefully it cooperates good. So I'll keep it held shut. I'll move over. This is in the 2nd hole position. I'll move over and I'll set this under the 2nd hole position and lift up on this lid until there it is, nice and full. I hesitate for about 5 seconds, and then I'll just pull it out. And when I come over here, it really is this easy. I just open it up, and there's my jig. I can take my pliers. Sometimes it's a little hard to get these out because these 1-ounce jigs kind of want to stick in there a little bit, and there's probably tricks that your buddy knows and that kind of thing that makes these. I just kind of rock this until it comes out, but you get the idea. Just on any of these, just kind of move it around a little bit and it's going to come out. But another thing I like about these are, notice these round indentations. You can take and put in different color eyes, and I love the red eyes myself, but they come in all different green, blue, yellow, etc. So you can put the little eyes in there, it makes it even more realistic. So I would take it right out of this. It's ready to powder coat paint, our next video, and then you can glue in these eyes, and there's a special way to do that. Guess that'll be another video, so you definitely want notifications on it. So so this was your little bonus jig. There's so many jigs out there. I really like this one for swim baits. So for Walleye and I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you like, I hope you subscribe, turn those notifications on, and tune in for our next video on how to powder coat these jigs.